You are watching Forbidden Files, the channel that asks the questions that history books are afraid to answer. Today's file is 5,000 years old, and in January 2026, scientists just made it even more mysterious than it already was. Welcome to the greatest unsolved puzzles on the planet. Welcome to Stonehenge. Imagine you are standing in a field in England. In front of you, giant stones, each one taller than a two-story house. Each one weighing more than 4 full-grown elephants. And the nearest place these stones exist in nature, 200 miles away in Wales. No wheels, no cranes, no machines of any kind. 5,000 years ago, someone picked up these stones, carried them across mountains and rivers, and placed them in a perfect circle in the middle of a flat, empty field. Why? And in January 2026, new science just proved something that shocked the entire world of archaeology. Scientists confirmed glaciers did not move these stones. Humans did, on purpose with their bare hands, but that only makes the mystery bigger, not smaller. Let's start simple. What even is Stonehenge? Stonehenge is a circle of giant ancient stones sitting in the middle of a plain in southern England. It was built around 3000 BC, that is 5,000 years ago. The people who built it had no writing, no metal tools, no wheels, no advanced technology of any kind. And yet, they somehow moved giant stones that weighed up 25 tons each across one of the hardest terrain in Britain. There are two types of stones at Stonehenge. The bigger ones are called sarcens. They are up to 9 meters tall and come from about 25 miles away. The smaller ones are called blue stones, but small is the wrong word. They still weigh up to 4 tons each. And these blue stones, they came from a Purcell Hills in Wales, over 200 miles away, over mountains or rivers across the sea in 3000 BC. Scientists have argued for 100 years about how they got there, and in 2026 that argument just got even more interesting. For over 100 years, scientists could not agree on one basic question. Did glaciers move the Stonehenge stones, or did ancient humans carry them on purpose? Because here is the thing, if glaciers moved the stones during the Ice Age, then maybe the stones were already nearby when people found them. That would make the job easier, still hard, but easier. But in January 2026, scientists at Curtin University in Australia published a landmark study that changed everything. They used a technique that can analyze minerals smaller than a grain of sand. They searched river sediments near Stonehenge for a chemical signature that glaciers always leave behind when they travel. They found nothing. No glacier signature, none at all. This proved beyond serious doubt that no glacier ever passed through the area and deposited those stones, which means every single stone at Stonehenge was carried there by human beings, on purpose, 5,000 years ago with no machines. The lead scientist said Stonehenge continues to surprise us. And then he asked the question the whole world is still asking. Why was Stonehenge built in the first place? But if you thought the blue stones from Wales were impressive, wait until you hear about the altar stone. The altar stone is a single large flat stone that lies at very center of Stonehenge. For a long time, scientists thought it came from Wales, just like the other blue stones. But in 2024, researchers did a new chemical analysis of the altar stone, and what they found made headlines around the world. The altar stone did not come from Wales. It came from Scotland, over 500 miles away. Think about what that means. 5,000 years ago, before roads, before maps, before any kind of transport, we would recognize people in Scotland looked at a massive stone, decided to move it to the south of England, and somehow got it there. They crossed rivers, they crossed the sea, they moved a stone that weighed 6 tons, and then they placed it carefully, precisely right at the very heart of Stonehenge. Why this stone? Why from so far away? Why put it right in the center? Nobody knows. Here is the thing about Stonehenge that make you heap spin. The stones are not random, they are not placed by chance. They are aligned with absolute precision with the movements of the sun. Every year, on June 21st, the summer solstice, the longest day of the year, the sun rises at the exact position of the horizon where it shines perfectly through the center of the stone circle. And on December 21st, the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year, the sun sets perfectly through a gap in the stones on the other side. This is not a coincidence, this is engineering. But wait, it gets more interesting. Stonehenge also aligns with a much rarer event called a major lunar standstill. When the moon reaches its most extreme position in the sky, this only happens once every 18.6 years. Scientists from Oxford University watched this event in 2025 and confirmed the alignment is real. So 5,000 years ago, people without telescopes, without calculators, without any written signs, built a perfect astronomical calendar out of a giant rock. A calendar that still works today, 5,000 years later. The question is, why did they need a calendar that precise? What were they tracking? What were they with? Scientists have been studying Stonehenge for over 400 years, and they still cannot agree on what it was built. But here are the three biggest theories, and all three of them are fascinating. Theory 1 is about sacred temple. Most archaeologists believe Stonehenge was a place for religious ceremonies. Human bones have been found buried around the site. People may have been taught and brought here from all over Britain for rituals connected to death, ancestors, and the cycle of life. And the theory number 2 is about a healing center. Some researchers have found evidence that people traveled hundreds of miles to Stonehenge, many of them with broken bones or serious injuries. They believe Stonehenge may have been seen as a place of miraculous healing, like the ancient hospital built from sacred stones. And the theory number 3, a giant astronomical clock. Given its precise alignment with the sun and the moon, many scientists believe Stonehenge was an advanced calendar used to track the seasons, predict eclipses, and plan framing and farming religious events across the year. One researcher recently suggested it may even encode a 365-day solar calendar in its stone arrangement. 3 theories, 5,000 years, 0 definitive answers. So let us think about what we actually know in 2026. Stonehenge was built 5,000 years ago by people with no written language and no metal tools. They transported stones weighing up to 25 tons from up to 500 miles away. They built a structure so precisely aligned with the sun and the moon that it still works as an astronomical calendar today. And in January 2026, scientists confirmed with hard new evidence that every single stone was moved by human beings on purpose. Why did they build it? How exactly did they move those stones? The stones are still standing, the answers are still buried somewhere beneath them. And the greatest mystery in the world is still waiting to be solved. The world's oldest mystery just got a brand new chapter in 2026. And Forbidden Files will be here every time it does. Subscribe to Forbidden Files because the biggest secrets are not always the newest ones. The next file is already classified. Take care.